I'll show you how sudo works, when to use it, and why understanding it is crucial for system administration. We'll also try a few commands together on Ubuntu so you can follow along step by step. So what exactly is sudo? Sudo stands for super user do. It basically means run this command as a super user. In Linux, there's a special user called root or super user who can do anything. Install software, delete files, manage other users, change system configurations, and so on. But to keep your system safe, normal users don't have that kind of power by default. That's where sudo comes in. It lets a regular user temporarily elevate privileges to perform administrative tasks without logging in as a root. Let's see this in action. For that, I'll go to my terminal. Right now, I'm logged in as a regular user, and let's try to look inside the root user's home directory. For that, we will do ls/root. As you can see, I get a permission deny message, and that's because /root belongs to the super user, and regular users are not allowed to access it. Now, let's try the same command, but this time we will use sudo ls/root. This time it asks for my password, not the root password, but my own user password. Once I type my password, I now get access and I get the list of the folders that are inside of the root folder. So what happened here? Sudo temporarily elevated my privileges for just for that single command. After that, I log back to being a regular user. Now, let's look at some real-world examples of when we'll use sudo. We can either use it for updating the system, installing software, editing system configurations files, or even rebooting the system. This time, we will install a software. What if I do app install cause? So I get another permission denied error. And if I use sudo, let's see what happens. Now it's working. Now, if you notice this time, um, it didn't ask for my password. And this is because after you type your password once, sudo remembers it for about 15 minutes. So you don't need to enter it uh, right away, immediately the next time. I'm going to clear my screen. And this time, I want to remove the app that I just installed. And what happened here? Again, we get a permission denial error, but that's because we didn't use sudo. Let's use sudo this time. Sudo app remove cause. And there we go. We were able to remove um, the software. Now, you might be wondering, why can my user run sudo while others can't? Or the other way around. Others can use it, but I'm not. And that's because during Ubuntu's installation, the first user you create is automatically added to the sudo group, which grants those privileges. But other users will not have that by default unless an administrator explicitly gives them access later or at the moment of the creation of that user. Now, how can we see which users actually have access to this sudo uh, to this sudo command? For that, we can type gettent group sudo, and you will get the list of those users that have access to it. On this machine, I have 3 users, but as you can see, only one is showing up here. So only this user is able to use this sudo command. Um, be careful. And here's the thing: sudo is powerful. It gives it's like giving yourself the keys to the entire system. So you should always be very careful about what commands you run with sudo. For example, never ever run something like this: sudo rm which stands for remove slash rf. So this command would delete your entire system. No warning, no recovery. It won't ask for anything. It will just delete all your system. That's why I always recommend testing commands in a virtual machine or a sandbox environment first before running them in your main system. So uh, that's how you use sudo in Linux. It's one of the most important commands you will ever learn because it gives you control over your system, but with great power comes great responsibility. Always double check your comments, especially when sudo is involved. As well, in a later video, I will be showing how to add users and remove users you have or you are creating to this sudo group in case you want to give them administrative access to it. I didn't show it on this video because on that video I'll be explaining more about user management. I hope you liked this video and it was helpful for you.